Hey you! Yes you! Tired adventurer! Are you tired of hoofing it through goblin-infested wilderness? Want to sail the open skies in a flying city? Do you like Studio Ghibli? Then you should check out the Wandering Tavern and Sky Zephyrs bundle. This system-agnostic campaign setting has what you'd expect. An awesome setting, gorgeous art, colorful and interesting NPCs with their own stats, tons of battle maps, and plot hooks galore. And all of them are compatible with virtual tabletops like Roll20. But the team behind the Wandering Tavern went even further beyond. They added in new and fun mechanics for spirits, black market trade, gambling, holiday celebrations, vehicles, and more. It's no secret, I'm a fan of world building, and the Wandering Tavern is a masterwork of that. The world feels alive and lived in. Your players will feel like a part of a greater story. Once they're done exploring the mysteries of the Wandering Tavern, put them on a Sky Zephyr and send their adventure to new heights. Literally. Sky Zephyrs gives you your own airship. You can pick from all kinds of pre-made Zephyrs for your party, or get a whole armada going. You also get access to the Vehicle Builder website app. It's an app that lets you customize your own Zephyr. That's right, you get to build your own skyship. But it's not just skyships. This app lets you construct your own land vehicles, ocean vehicles, submarines, and even walking anime-style mechs. You can punch a Tarrasque in the face with a Gundam. Sky Zephyrs also has easy-to-follow rules for things like airship-to-airship combat, combating flying monsters, and even NPC crew members, with their own assigned roles to help the ship run smoother in and out of combat. Use the link in the description below to get 10% off your order and take your adventures to new heights thanks to Sky Zephyrs and the Wandering Tavern. A special thank you to htdbuilder.com for sponsoring this video.
What do you know about service? Do you truly comprehend what it means to give everything you have to further the goals, ideals, or aspirations of another? Animals serve peasants. Peasants serve nobles. Nobles serve kings. And kings serve the gods. You call yourselves adventurers, thieves and murderers by any other name. You claim to serve your own gods, your own oaths and ideals, but you fail to submit yourself to them, to the truest test of service. Even now, you fools fail to realize the scope of it. Amidst these scorching sands and crumbling monuments, your mortal eyes see only death. But within the walls of this tomb waits a power greater than life, greater than death. True servitude is unbound by such trivialities. You see only treasures to plunder, glories to be gained, mysteries to uncover. You trespass upon sacred ground, disturbing the rest of warriors who in life and death were 1,000 times your betters. Look at them, my warriors, asleep in their tombs along the wall. When the cold grasp of death clutched at my bones, they entombed themselves here with me. They followed me into the afterlife, for their loyalty knew no bounds. They understood the true meaning of servitude. They worked for a power greater than themselves and gave up everything to keep their charge. You mortals spout out platitudes of duty and heroism while taking apart the legacies of greater men and women like vultures at a carcass. I can only laugh as I stir from my dreamless sleep. I was so much like you once. I did not realize that it was the place of a grand priest king to serve his people, serve the gods. The people, I felt, were another chore, something to watch and address sometimes from the day-to-day, little more than pets. I keep them fed and housed, and details over whatever they needed never troubled me, so long as they understood they were there to serve me. The gods were entertainment. The rituals and teachings equally fascinating to observe and ever so tedious to learn. I thought only in terms of conquest, of wealth, of increasing the number of those who served me. My thanks to the gods was only lip service, nothing more. But it was enough to earn me the highest rank within the priesthood, to our god of death, Set. I was as you all are now, a fool, filled with delusions of grandeur, believing myself to be above serving. I was a ruler. I would rule in life. I would rule in death. When the end of my mortal life was upon me, I sought the gods in earnest for the first time in my life. The god of death was my patron. I petitioned him through every tedious ritual. I unearthed forbidden lore and magics, entreated with the power I claimed to serve all for the chance at immortality. And I was given the blessing I desired, and the curse I spent my whole life avoiding. I brought death to myself and my servants, entombing us all in this place you trespass. My body wrapped in fine linens and bandages. My guts removed, stuffed in jars as a sign of devotion. What's left filled with fragrant spices and oils to stave off the stench of death and the march of decay. I could feel power flow into me like a flooded river. My sleep of death filled with dreams of conquest, of expansion and the timeless form I would behold when I awoke. I did not awake for centuries. And what horror I beheld. My mind and spirit were both intact. I had full faculty of all my senses, and yet, look at me. Still bound in the bandages of mummification. My skin preserved and dry like jerky. My handsome visage was replaced by a golden death mask. The only things of beauty left, I thought, were the religious fetishes I adorned myself with at my burial. When I attempted to leave the tomb, to look upon what had become of my kingdom, I found myself unable to cross the threshold. And then the god of death did speak to me. Set himself came before me. Through its remaining idols, worn and half destroyed by time and disaster, and plunderers like you, did it speak. It granted my wish for immortality. I was a mummy lord. My body would never die, and only the most powerful of magic could truly destroy it. The price was eternal service. I was to protect this tomb, this sacred place to the deity that has blessed me. For many a thief, monster, or so-called adventurer may try to plunder the offerings stored here, or defile the sacred rites of my master. Centuries of protecting this place from the likes of them, the likes of you, made me understand the true meaning of service, the value and beauty to be found therein. A lesson that I will take great care to teach you. The mortals hear the threat in my words and lash out. A blast of fire conjured by a wizard, his barbaric and elvish counterparts slash through my arm with blades, crushing it under their boots. Their wells of confidence run dry as the desert sands, as the dust of my severed limb whirled about in supernatural winds and regenerated itself upon my form. The holy relics of Set upon my breast glow with divine majesty. As I said, dedicating yourself in service to something more has its benefits. With a gesture, I summon the winds, a maelstrom of sand and bone dust blinding the blasphemers. My eyes glow a bright purple, my will awakening the lesser mummies, my warriors, my servants. I reach out a withered hand, placing it upon them one by one. When I first woke, subduing you would be met with mild difficulty, but I have lived in service to Set for 8 centuries. As time passed and these ruins faded, my power only grew, as did my warriors. The mummies that bind you now were once treasure hunters, wanting to serve only themselves, and now they serve the gods and me. Fear not, pitiful mortals. My touch shall grant you peace of mind and spirit. You call it mummy rot, a disease. I call it a baptism. All that is sinful and selfish in your mortal form shall wither and rot. Your flesh is the price of your sacrilege. You will be bound in bandages, entombed in these sarcophagi, and when our Lord Set claims your soul, your bodies and minds shall rise again in service to me and our Lord. Their screams and squirms both restricted by the bandages that mummify them. Rejoice, for you will finally understand the true meaning of eternal service.
Thank you so much to all my viewers, subscribers, and Patreon supporters. I literally could not do any of this without you. You're all amazing. You can become a patron today and get early access to videos, the ability to vote on future video topics, and my monthly monster PDFs. Every month, I release a new, fully fleshed out monster for you to plug right into your D&D games. The monster comes complete with stats, battle tactics, personalities, backgrounds, lore, and treasure. And of course, you can cancel at any time. Finally, if you've stuck with me this long, congratulations, you get to know that this month on October 26th, I am doing a live stream. It'll be my first ever attempt at live content. I'll be doing tier lists, chatting with members of my community, answering their questions. It'll be awesome. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!